Hey guys, this is Ms. Hill. So I'm just doing this video to show you or remind you how to do a basic cube. I will also have a live demo, but this is in case you missed that. Just kind of a reminder in case you're doing this at a time where you can't reach me, or you're being very, very bad and you're staying up way later than you should. But anyway, this is how you do it. Very, very simply, you need your paper, you need your ruler, you need your pencil, and eraser. We start with our horizon line. You should definitely know what that is. And for the sake of this diagnostic assignment, I would like you to label it. So, right across the center of the page. Yeah, I did that a little wonky, so I'm going to redo that quick. There we go. I'm going to erase the top one. Okay, and since this is a 1-point perspective cube that we're going to start with, we want our vanishing point to be at the center. This page is 28 centimeters long, so our vanishing point is definitely going to be 14 centimeters. So that is the center. Now, there's a very serious difference between the word form and shape. In art, a shape is a two-dimensional object, a form is a three-dimensional object. It's the same difference as a cube and a square. So, you know, when someone says a square, they're referring to something that's two-dimensional. If they say a cube, they're referring to something that's three-dimensional. Now, I'm sure you've drawn cubes before in elementary school, maybe even in math, but ours is going to be a little different because it's going to be based on perspective. So, let's start as simply as we can. What I want you to do is you're going to draw a square. So this is easier if you have a ruler. It doesn't have to be an exact square if you're just using a straight edge. But since I do have a ruler, I may as well. So I'm going to go, that's 4 centimeters. Same thing. Okay, there's my square. Easy peasy. Now, I am going to have it move to the vanishing point. So this square is made of transverse lines. So I should label this for you. Horizon, 1-point perspective, vanishing point. These are all transverse. It means they don't go to the vanishing point. They're just a flat shape on a flat piece of paper. Now we're going to try to give the illusion of depth. And we're going to do that through what we call orthogonal lines. Orthogonal lines are diagonal lines that always go to the vanishing point. So things that are horizontal or vertical in a perspective drawing generally don't need to go to the vanishing point, with some exceptions. Orthogonals always do. So what I do is I go to the corner and I draw the line. Now, if I wasn't trying to do this for a demo, I would make these lines very light because eventually I will have to erase them. So I'll make this one lighter just so you can see it. All right, so this is very light. Those are all my orthogonal lines. These are the lines that create depth. What I do now is I have to cut that object off, otherwise it looks like it's forever tied to my vanishing point. So what I'm going to do is use the transverse lines. I want to make sure that they are parallel to the other transverse lines that are already there, otherwise they're going to look super weird. So to do that, I line the edge up and then I just lift it. Okay, same thing here. To do that, line the edge up, and then I want to line that up with this little connection. I want these to connect so that they go down together. There we go. All right, so this should be recognizable to you as a cube. The next step's pretty easy. All you need to do is erase the orthogonal line so that it's disconnected from the vanishing point, and erase the orthogonal line within it so that it looks like a solid object. Okay, Now you have a cube that is done in 1-point perspective. Pretty easy. So there is another way to do this. It's a little bit different. What we're going to do is look at 2-point perspective. The difference is it has everything the same except the vanishing point. For 2-point perspective, as you may have guessed, there are 2 vanishing points. One is here and one is here. Okay, on the opposite ends of the horizon. What you do with this is you use these vanishing points to help you make the shape itself. Okay, if you look, it looks kind of like a spotlight heading down. So it's the same basic premise. Oops, sorry. Okay. Okay, so you can kind of see it. Let me erase some of the lines, maybe make it a little clearer to you guys. Okay, so in this case, these are the sides. And this is the front. And in this case, these are the sides. Okay, so if you're seeing it, then like essentially all the corners have to go back. These are all going towards these other perspective sides. It's the crisscross and the interact that gives the form. This is better if we're doing street views. For example, if I wanted to turn this into some kind of pavilion, it would be easy, right? Just at every corner, it works. This is better if I'm doing something where I want it jumping out and coming towards the viewer. So for example, if this was a ball, right? I could do it and it would look like the speed lines are coming towards the viewer. So this jumps out at the viewer. This is much better for landscapes, cityscapes, that sort of thing. This is much better for a singular room. So that's a quick demo on how to do 1- and 2-point perspective. Okay, remember 1 point, 2 point. 1 vanishing point, 2 vanishing points. Hopefully you found that pretty easy.